Hear me out. I'm investigating something, right? And if you refuse to give me your driver's license, I can detain you and arrest you.
Okay, detain me then.
Okay. Turn around.
No.
Don't resist.
No.
At first, it looked like nothing more than an awkward confrontation in a quiet parking lot. Two men, two vehicles, and one of them acting overconfident about being in charge. What you're about to witness is a man pretending to be law enforcement, accidentally stopping the worst possible person he could have chosen. Everything changes the moment he realizes that. But before we dive into what really happened, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more real-time stories like this one.
Well, you should have showed it, right? You're in my truck. I told you to show it in your truck. You're on private property right now.
You have your driver's license, sir?
No, I'm not giving it. You have that.
Okay.
It all started a bit too calmly. The man approaches with the typical posture of authority. You know how it goes. Chest out, steady voice, and lots of questions. He stops a guy and asks for his name. The other man responds politely, because he surely didn't want to mess with someone he believed was a real cop, at least not yet. But suddenly the officer's tone shifted, and he started repeating, "I'm in charge here. Not in charge, not helping, in charge." And that's the first red flag, because real authority rarely announces itself like that. I mean, think about it. You don't see police officers flexing their badges or sirens. They don't need to, but this impersonator had to because he was a try-hard. Watch what happens next with him if you could really use a gag right now.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
What's your name?
In charge.
I'm in charge.
Sergeant. Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Sergeant.
Okay, sir, I was told that you were using your car like you were a police officer.
No. Well, you should have showed it, right? You're in my truck. I told you to show it in your truck. You're on private property right now.
You have your driver's license, sir?
No, I'm not giving it. You have that.
Okay.
The impersonator quickly escalates and claims he was told the man was using his car like a police vehicle. You know, all the lights, authority, and need to control incidents. But when asked for proof, the impersonator doesn't provide any. Instead, he changes the question. He tells the man, "You're on private property." This becomes his anchor, the phrase he returns to again and again. Private property, my property. I'm in charge here, and all that noise. Then came the demand. "Give me your driver's license." The response is calm, but also firm. No, that single word is more than enough to fracture the interaction, because the impersonator doesn't de-escalate. He doesn't clarify or pause, but threatens arrest. What this man doesn't realize yet is that the person he's threatening already knows how it's going to end.
Well,
I'm in charge of this right now.
okay. We're in charge of what?
I'm charged with this property and other properties.
Okay, and that's fine. But over there on the highway, where you lit up cars and you were using your car like a police car.
There's no proof.
Okay, hear me out. I'm investigating something, right? And if you refuse to give me your driver's license, I can detain you and arrest you.
Okay, detain me then.
Okay.
The impersonator then claims to be investigating something, and he insists that refusal equals detention. And when the man challenges him, "Then detain me," and he does. His hands go behind his back, he gets handcuffed, and suddenly, the situation crosses a line that it could never come back from. The man being detained doesn't panic at all. He doesn't resist or argue with him, but he does something very important. He starts documenting the entire incident, and that's when the impersonator starts getting nervous.
Turn around.
No.
Don't resist.
No. Resist, man. No. Hey, knock it off. Knock it. No. Hey, go. I haven't done anything wrong. Hey, don't, man.
Stop pulling away. Stop pulling away.
Don't do it. Knock it off.
When he tightens the cuff on the guy, his language starts slipping. The impersonator starts acting defensive, over-explaining himself. This could have gone a lot easier, man. The word man is doing a lot of work here. Let's be honest. How often do you see police hovering around calling you man? Never. Why? Because they want to keep things professional and personal. At this point, the impersonator still believes he's the one in control. But little did he know, the real authority had already been alerted, and they're on the way. For a few minutes, the camera goes quiet, and you can barely see anything. But listen carefully. The dialogues capture everything really well. The impersonator goes on to justify himself and keeps repeating the same claims. "I didn't light anyone up. He's got no proof. I'm just doing my job." But the problem? He's explaining himself to someone who hasn't even accused him of anything.
Well, then why are you resisting?
Now you're resisting arrest. Now you're resisting. Could have just gave me your ID.
I gave you ID.
Could have given me your driver's license.
I understand that.
All right. Do me a favor. You have any other weapons on you?
Well, mains.
Okay.
You got mags. Any other weapons, sir? Mains. Is that recording? Yes. Excellent. Is it recording on the highway? No. All right. Because I get to hear my post. Okay. Don't move.
Hold on.
Move.
Just stay here.
There's nothing in there. There's nothing else.
I still gotta check you.
Without gloves?
Yeah. I don't care. What do you got in there?
Where do you keep your cuff keys?
And no one's
You got cuffs? Where do you got the cuff keys? They're on my law.
I asked for your driver's license. You refused.
Yes, sir. Because I didn't break the law.
Yes, sir.
No,
You did.
sir. I didn't.
Okay, well, I was investigating you breaking the law.
Okay, but that's still not breaking the law, right?
All right, do me a favor. Have a seat here on the sidewalk.
No, I don't want to sit. I'd rather just stand.
Okay, well, you can sit in the back of a car or on the sidewalk.
I'll be sitting here.
Okay,
I'm
then sit
fine.
down. Sit down or in the back of a car.
Wait,
You pick one.
Can you two
Back of a
fix
car
this one?
or right here?
Can you fix this one real fast? I know.
Do you want to sit on the sidewalk or in the back of a unit?
How about if I lean against the unit?
You can sit on the sidewalk or in the back of a
If I
unit.
just lean on a unit.
All right, back of the
I
unit.
have a bad back
All right.
from my rack.
Well, we'll be gentle.
You got to be gentle.
All right,
Okay.
have a seat.
All right.
Where can I get your driver's license?
It's in my wallet.
Where's your wallet?
Yeah, I got
You
it.
threw it on the floor.
All right, have a seat. I don't know why you want to argue with
I'm
us, man.
not, man. I didn't light up shit.
Okay.
He has no proof. I didn't light up anything.
Okay.
I was coming to work. Every time I come to work,
What makes this encounter so intense isn't this fake claim, but what you see in the body language and tone of the impersonator. You see, he starts off by trying to appear confident with his chest fully puffed out, firm voice, and repeating phrases to intimidate the person before him. But as minutes pass, that confidence starts losing its shell. His posture, tone, and everything become defensive with just a single change when the backup arrives. When real officers arrive, everything falls back into its place. No shouting, no posturing, just questions. And that's when the story starts making sense. The real officer explains what happened on the highway. Traffic, lights, a vehicle with no license plate, blue lights activated, then shut off again. Not one or two times, but multiple times. Those details really matter because flashing lights aren't there for decoration. They literally scream authority. And whenever someone claims unauthorized authority, it's a crime. This is the moment where the impersonator's entire story depends on one thing, which is convincing actual law enforcement that nothing happened. This case also shows how important it is for everyone to know basic legal points. During a traffic stop, you're generally required to follow requests from legitimate officers, including handing over your driver's license. But how do you know if it's original? If you're ever unsure, calmly record the encounter with your phone or a dash cam that can protect you. Refusing to hand over your license isn't always wise, but in cases where you reasonably suspect impersonation, it can be a form of self-protection as long as you remain calm. Don't resist physically. Real officers have the authority to detain and arrest, but only with proper cause. Knowing your rights and how to safely handle suspicious stops is important.
He literally pulled over our cat.
No, well, he was trying to. Captain was on the highway, and this guy was lighting him up like, "Hey, don't pass me. I'm a police officer." He's got no plate on his car, and looks like he was trying to run away from Captain after he identified himself as a police officer.
understand? You understand?
So look, he was backing up as Galeno pulled in.
Okay.
Let me talk to Captain.
The impersonator takes out his final wild card, an ID. He thought it might save him or convince real authority, and he claimed proudly that he's a PO. But when pressed, it became clear that he's no law enforcement, not certified, not sworn. His tone started shifting again. I'm above level 3. Above. But above what? Authority doesn't stack like that. Now, he talks. The real talks. Crime in the area. Rapes, stabbings, fentanyl, all real problems, but none of them gives him the power he claims to have. This is a classic move, borrowing legitimacy from chaos. The more he talks, the clearer it becomes that this isn't confidence, it's damage control. Then his worst nightmare unfolds before his eyes. One of the officers introduces himself quietly, just a name and a title, Captain, New Mexico State Police. He instantly freezes, because at that moment, he understands something important. He didn't just stop the wrong guy, he stopped someone who outranks literally everyone standing there.
The card you presented us, what powers does that give you?
I'm a PPO, which gives me, I'm not a level 3 security officer. I'm above a level 3 security
Okay, so
officer.
you're not considered a police officer, correct?
I am not, no.
Okay. So
I'm
you
a
understand?
military
You
patrol.
understand that by when we were asking for your ID, you're under investigation. You were asking for your ID.
Under investigation if I committed.
That's what we're investigating, which is why we asked for your ID. When you
Right.
refuse to give it, that
Can you just...
we'll adjust them in a minute. That's why you're in cuffs.
Oh, it's my watch. Never mind.
You want to take your watch off?
Yeah, fuck
Okay, turn around.
It's rubbing against. I didn't light them up. I didn't do anything. I know that's against the law to pose as an officer. I'm a PPO for the state. I work for this company, and we're cleaning house here.
So I'm asking how long you work for them? How long have you been a PPO?
I've been a PPO for a month, and I've worked here for 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay.
Yeah. And then prior to that, I was a private, security, overseas.
Okay. Military?
Well, not military then, but 28 years military.
Okay.
So he started following me and started fucking getting close and getting close. I asked him to show his ID. He refused to show his ID. And so I started backing up. Look, last night, we busted a guy that there's so much shit here. There was a rape, there was a stabbing. There was a guy yesterday that I busted that went into the place of the the laundromat, next to the laundromat. He went in there, then he tried to carjack somebody. So that's what I do.
Okay, you understand the whole issue, right? And you understand completely who I am?
Well, you didn't show me your badge.
Yeah, that's
It didn't make a difference.
Yeah, right now is what I'm saying. You understand who I am and why I'm talking to you right now versus a normal victim would be over there, standing there completely. So do you understand who I am?
Now, once you show me your badge.
Okay, who am I?
Oh, not your badge.
Okay, who am I?
You're state police now.
Yes.
But you didn't show that prior.
I didn't.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're good?
That's not necessarily good, but, you understand the issue. And like I said, the reason, as I'm talking to you right now, I want you to understand who I am. Okay, and you're obviously detained. Okay, so I am the captain of New Mexico State Police in Albuquerque.
Okay.
Okay, so you're 100% crystal clear. My name is Nicholas Carl. Okay, you're still recording? You should be. If not, they're recording. So if you want a copy of this, you don't remember my name, don't remember my name, you can get a copy of the recording so you understand. Okay, but with that, okay, you have every legal right whenever I tell you, hey, I'm New Mexico State Police, demanded an ID, like you did. But the issue behind all of this is, like, you acted in a way that made me think that you were Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department whenever you were on the highway. That's the problem.
From here, the conversation is no longer equal. The captain explains clearly and patiently why everything that happened was a problem. The lights, the lack of identification, the refusal to comply, and most importantly, the attempt to control a proper officer on a public highway. Every excuse collapses under scrutiny, and this is the part that surprises most people. The captain doesn't raise his voice even once. Why? Because he simply doesn't need to. That calm tone is the clearest sign of real authority in the entire video. You see, real power doesn't have to intimidate because it already has control. The impersonator, on the other hand, has been talking non-stop for nearly the entire encounter. He explains, justifies, and reframes, but the captain isn't anything like that. He simply listens and then responds, slowly. This contrast is intentional, and it's devastating.
So, yeah. Well, he refused to give us his ID. I told him if he didn't give us an ID, he said I didn't commit a crime. He said, well, we're investigating a crime, you impersonating a police officer. And he says, I'm not going to give you my driver's license. Because he did give me his ID, like his security guard ID. And I said, I need your driver's license. He says, I'm not going to give it to you. And I said, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to detain you. And he said, then detain me. That's where that, and he's pulling away, whatever. I can articulate resisting, but I don't know if we're going to be at that point. I will say, though, you did identify yourself as a police officer, and he was pulling out when...
So he came up. So whenever he was over there, and I was just, like, I was sure, like, I didn't want to make him, like, obviously I was tailing him all the way around the building.
Yeah.
So he knew I was following him. And it was like, once he got out over here, he was way over there. I stayed right here. That way it was obvious distance. Well, he comes up, and whenever he comes up in front of me, he turns on his lights again. And so I go to get out. Whenever I get out, his window's up, the dog window is down. Just that intimidation factor. He wants the dog to be going off at me. And that's whenever he rolled down the window. I told him, hey man, stop, whatever. I can't remember exactly what I said.
I actually heard you because you were still on the phone, and I turned on my camera to catch it.
Yeah,
but you can hear
right first, and then like I told him, hey man, New Mexico State Police. That's whenever I identified myself, and he said, show me your badge. It's in my truck.
Yep.
I can't get it right now. Like, I'm letting you know verbally, I am New Mexico State Police, go and stop. He said, I don't care. And that's whenever I stepped in front of his car.
Yeah.
And he goes to start backing up. That's what in the hole.
Yeah.
He goes to continue to back up. I told him, just stop. I have state police officers on the way. They're coming right now. And he refused. But the biggest issue is, like, and that was his whole thing. I'm on private property. The interstate wasn't private property.
You did that on private, or on a state highway.
And that's where I kept telling him. And he referred to, and he said, he owns this. Like, dude, I don't care.
As the captain continues speaking, something subtle but more important happens. It's when the impersonator stops interrupting. Up until this moment, he'd been talking nonstop. Every single sentence used by him has been an excuse. But now, the silence starts feeling louder than anything else in this video. The captain calmly walks him through the timeline, from the highway when his vehicle missed a license plate, the sudden activation of blue lights, the immediate shutdown of those lights when the target didn't follow. Not once, not twice, multiple times. And this detail mattered because it told a story of habitual activation. That's where the impersonator's favorite defense completely collapsed. He kept saying, I didn't light anyone up, like a mantra. But real authority doesn't act emotionally. They don't accuse anyone. They simply explain how perception works in law enforcement. If it looks like a stop, feels like a stop, and causes a driver to react like it's a stop, then it's treated as one. And that's something the impersonator was never prepared for. Private property stops being a shield here because the issue didn't start on private property. It started on a public highway, and no amount of ownership, contracts, or self-assigned authority could ever change that. For the impersonator, the more he talked, the worse it got. But in the end, he got caught, and most impersonators like him usually do get caught in the worst possible way.
So when I got to your right front headlight, you turned on your lights and tried to stop me. Okay, that's how I felt. That's why I immediately moved to the right, and then you shut them off. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. Number one, dude doesn't have a license plate, and now he's turning his lights on, and that's why I contacted the on-duty officer.
The on-duty.
Okay? So, and then you continue to do this little evasive thing.
There's no evasive. I'm not being evasive. This is my patrol.
You're assigned right here.
We're assigned. I'm not just assigned.
Okay, overall, okay, what you're doing as far as the necessity of security for this, okay, you're using your background and your abilities, your military, like all that stuff for good, okay? I understand that. I applaud that. People like you help us all the time, okay? If I had more good people that were willing to stand up for good people that are afraid, then criminals would run away.
Right.
Crime would be squashed, okay? I understand that.
Right.
Okay? But what you're doing right now, okay, by trying to...
As far as what?
As far as lying, okay? So I didn't turn on my lights, okay? So now, number one you're doing is you're trying to make me out to be a liar.
I'm not trying to make you out to be a liar.
Just let me finish, okay? It's like, I'm all about respect, man.
Okay, go ahead.
You can ask these guys.
Go ahead, man.
Like, they want to talk to me. They want to even yell at me. I shut up. I listen,
Okay, go ahead.
because it's so important what
I'm
they
listening.
have to say, okay? But
I'm sorry, I'm not.
no, I understand you're getting out of the sun. So all of this that you're doing, okay, on a daily basis to help society is going in the toilet because you're minimizing your actions and you're failing to own what they did. That's going to change the outcome of this completely.
Right.
Okay? Because you continue to lie and you continue to say. So what's going to happen?
So what do you want me to say? I turned on the lights,
I want you
and
to
then
be
we're
honest.
done?
I want you to be honest.
I don't know I turned on the lights.
Okay.
Because I have shit all on there. It's no different than sometimes my mic coming on by
And-
me
and
bending.
you can
So
play-
you know what?
you can
I'm not
play the
playing.
minimize game.
I'm not
all
playing
you
any
want.
game.
Like you.
I'm not
you
playing any game.
That's exactly.
I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie at all. Just wouldn't lie. I have no reason to lie. I have nothing to lose.
Can you take those off? It's obviously make it. I don't think
Send up.
it's a threat. Relax, please.
So those are copies, those are IDs. Do you understand what you need to do?
I do. Call.
It's on the bottom part,
Very last.
right here. Address, phone number, and date and time.
Yeah, date. Okay, so that is the date. Okay, got it.
And the 401 Lomas is the...
That's the address.
No, 401 Lomas is at the blue strip?
It's going to be the building on the northwest corner.
The other one with the... Okay, got it. All right, gents. Guess that's it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Okay.
Sir, like I said, next time, make it easier. We don't have to put you in handcuffs. We did not have to do that. Could have just talked like normal people, just like we are now.
Now, impersonation is no joke. It's actually a felony in many states, including New Mexico, and it puts everyone at an equal risk. When someone's pretending to be law enforcement, they can cause confusion, panic, and even violence. Sometimes, even innocent people might be wrongfully detained and harmed because they trust what's before their two eyes. And when it comes to true officers, they work hard to spot an impersonator by looking for things like proper badges, verified IDs, and official vehicles. Impersonators often don't have the right training or credentials. For civilians who get caught up in these situations, knowing how to spot the difference and protect yourself can be really beneficial. Cases like this aren't isolated. They happen all across the U.S. You often see impersonation pop up on your TV screens, sometimes with tragic results. Law enforcement agencies often even run campaigns to spread awareness and educate the public about spotting fake badges, unmarked vehicles, and suspicious behavior. So, the next time you feel unsure of someone, listen to your instinct and ask for proper identification. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you leave, hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more real-time stories like these.